Welcome, Aries. This is your weekly Teroscope reading for March the 28th through to April the 3rd, 2016. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. And before we get to the energy of the cards, thank you so much for all the energy, the beautiful, positive, loving energy that you send my way each and every day through your support, through your love. Thank you so, so much. Now, let's get to the energy of you. We start with the Six of Cups. First of all, love yourself. Love who you are becoming. Don't lose yourself this week in any kind of energy that makes you second guess yourself or doubt yourself in any way. Okay, this is very much about loving the inner you, the inner child in you, of who this is about loving your dreams, your desires, being open to messages from God, your angels, your spirit guides, but mostly your higher wisdom this week. Okay, it's right next to the Ten of Wands. And the Ten of Wands shows me that you've got probably way too much on your plate. Okay, things are weighing you down. You're either taking on too much or you're putting your energy in the wrong places. And so you really need to realign yourself this week. Okay, we have this pack on our back, and it's filled with wands. And some of them show beautiful new growth, and other ones are deadwood. And it weighs down your step. It takes away your energy, your zest for life. So you really need to pull yourself back a little bit and have some quiet time with your thoughts to understand what is weighing you down, what is pulling you down, where you are dissipating your energy in areas that they don't need to be. This could be obligations, this could be responsibilities, this just could be too much to do, or you're trying to put too much on your own shoulders. Maybe it's needing to reach out and ask for help. But you really do need to lighten this load this week. Okay? And lightening this load is, well, it's a way of expressing to yourself that you do love yourself. That you may be burdening yourself unnecessarily in certain areas of your life. Now we also have the Nine of Pentacles, which is your new day dawning. So, it's so important for you to understand where your platter, I don't even think it's a plate that's full, it's a platter that's full, where you are essentially dissipating or giving away your energy or your time or your resources or your love. And understanding what needs to change or what needs to be tweaked in your life in order to stand strong. This is your new day dawning. So, if you do take the time, and I urge you to take the time to understand where your energies really need to be put going forward in order for you to manifest dreams, desires of who you want to be, of who you want to become. I mean, this is your new day dawning. So you could actually change the course of your path this week by understanding where you have been limiting yourself through your obligations, through your responsibilities, through your workload. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, now this is you sitting here with a confidence while you hold that pentacle in your lap. So this could be your abundance, your money, your finances. This could be your well-being, your health. You move forward with a confidence this week. Absolutely. There is an air of confidence around you, and that might be actually weighing you down even more, because when we have this confidence, we go forward so strongly sometimes. And it actually pulls us down. It actually lessens our energy. We have this burst of who we are and who we're becoming, and we want to move forward. We're excited about our path forward. And then we take on all these extra things, and our energy just dissipates. It disappears. So we want to remain very strong this week. You know, that sky is full of energy. So there is a lot of energy around you this week, and I think you are putting forth a lot of energy. Now, we have Hierophant as our overriding card. This is bringing in the balance, bringing in the balance through your spirituality by giving yourself timeouts, by giving yourself time to meditate, to pray, to spend time with yourself and your thoughts, to ground yourself. That's going to bring in the balance for you more than anything else. You can have your conversations, you can put yourself in those situations, but by tapping into the inner you and your wisdom and your intuition, that's where you're going to see the dramatic results. Four of Cups, gratitude. Now, the owl caught my eye right away. So it's being grateful, not so much about the things that you have around you, although it's important to be grateful for the things in your life, but it's being grateful for that wisdom that you hold, that you bestow. I don't know if you can see the owl sitting in the tree over your shoulder, but I think it's tapping into the wisdom that you have to go forward. Not everybody holds that wisdom like you do, that pioneering wisdom of how to go forward, of how to create new, wonderful, fantastic. So don't take your wisdom for granted. It's utilizing your wisdom to push yourself forward. Six of Swords, same thing again, moving forward. Through the help of others too. So this isn't a week to burn bridges. This is a week to build bridges, because you need people around you in order to support you, in order to enable you to go forward. As we go towards the weekend and into next week, we have the Page of Swords. So be careful about doing those spontaneous things just to get the ball rolling. You want to make a clear, decisive plan and then stick to that plan. Okay, the Page of Swords is this energy like none other. Okay, she's a young energy and she wants to get the show on the road. She wants to get things moving forward. And so what she does, because she doesn't have a lot of wisdom yet because she's young, and she'll learn to sit back and contemplate and plan and think things through and weigh things out and have a plan B and a plan C if necessary. But she's not at that stage right now. She is a page. And so she does something spontaneous. She says something, or she does something, or she puts herself in that situation just to get things moving forward. Now, it is coupled with the Judgment and Three of Swords. So you know what? If you do something very spontaneous this week, especially if it's, well, it could be love or it could be work. I mean, we have aces in both places there, and we'll get to that. But so I think probably in relationships or in your career, your job, you don't want to just do something for the sake of doing it. You want to make sure that it is well planned out, because it is coupled with the Three of Swords and Judgment. Okay? Things could go very, very wrong. Okay? Now, with Judgment, we are jumping, we have to be careful not to jump to conclusions, to make rash judgments, to not have all the information, not have all the facts. And then with the Three of Swords, I mean, these are warnings to say, take a planned approach to whatever you are doing this week, because we don't want to end up next week having to fix anything that, you know, a bridge that we burned or a wrongdoing that we did just because we acted without thinking. So be careful of that energy. You've got three cards there all together saying that you really need the planned approach especially this weekend going into next week. But I would almost caution you for the whole week since it's so strong there, because depending on when you were born and where the planets are and where the energy is for you, it could show up sooner, it could show up later. So, just planned approach this week, okay? For love, we have the Ace of Wands. This could mean somebody coming in out of the blue to sweep you off your feet. Absolutely. This is looking at the balance within relationships and building the balance in relationships this week. And then we have the Ace of Swords. Another ace here. Okay. So when we have two aces like this, this is opportunities coming out of nowhere at you. The aha moments, the epiphanies hit you. And this is where we're kind of negotiating our path forward when it comes to job and career and finances. So we just don't accept what is being given to us. We negotiate it. We give our terms. We compromise in order to step on a new path. But I mean, this week could really, with two aces here with love, relationships, career, job, money, in one area or maybe both in your life, things could radically change and open up new paths for you. And I think that's all the more reason to have that planned approach. I'm not saying that either of these, this path is a good thing or a bad thing. That's for you to decide. Okay, we all have free will. We just don't want to do anything spontaneous. We don't want to just do anything for the sake of doing it. We don't want to pass a quick judgment either way. We don't want to just say, oh, no, I'm not going down that road, without researching or getting all the information or asking validated questions. And we don't want to just jump onto that path. And I hear nilly-willy. I don't know where that comes from. I don't even think I've ever used those words. But you just don't want to jump into that path without grounding yourself, without asking those validated questions, without understanding what you are truly saying yes to or no to, is very imperative so that you are standing strong going forward. So until we meet again, remember, I do love you.